Hello and welcome once again to Cheap Shot Entertainment. I am your host Luke and you are the Cheap Shot Nation, and we're going to take you through everything that happened at Wrestlegate Pro on the 16th of March 2019. It took place at the Rushcliffe Arena and it was £25 for a front row seat, £15 for standing. Very reasonable and a great show, including some Japanese wrestlers that we've never ever seen before and lots of other wrestlers that we've never seen before, including a fantastic ladies, or a couple of fantastic ladies matches actually, in this case. But it would be a fantastic show, and we're going to take you through everything that happened on that show, including the winners, losers, and the in-betweeners, so to speak, of the night. So hit us up on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Do all that kind of stuff that you would expect to do on a YouTube channel. If you like it, and give us a thumbs up, that really helps us out as well. It helps us know that you appreciate what we are doing here on Cheap Shot Entertainment, supporting the independent wrestling scene in the UK as we sort of travel around and try and watch as many shows as we possibly can, so we can tell you about those shows, try and get you interested in going to said shows. Anyway, we're going to get straight on to the first show because it's getting quite late and I've got work in the morning. So join us for everything that happened at Wrestlegate Pro. So your first match would be an absolute humdinger. It would be the very schooled, very well-travelled veteran in Jody Fleisch, someone who appeared on the Wrestling Channel quite a lot back in the day. It was a Sky Channel. It featured just wrestling and old school World of Sport shows. And I think he was wrestling for LDN at the time, which is a London-based wrestling show. And it's Jody Fleisch. Excellent wrestler, and he's not lost a beat, even though he's gotten a little bit more grizzled, shall we say. Ricky Knight Jr., of course, of the famous Knight family. These two would absolutely tear the house down, and it is said that the first match is often the hardest match to go out and prove yourself on, because it is the first match of the night and no one knows what to expect. But the crowd for Wrestlegate do know what to expect from Wrestlegate, unlike a lot of the crowd that was at New Generation Wrestling earlier on in the day. These are fans of the brand, so they know what to expect, they know when to shout, they know when to cheer, they know when to get involved in the show, and that was from start to finish without fail. But these two tore the house down. It was a difficult act to follow for the next matches, for the next lot of wrestlers as well. But it would be after battling outside the ring, after battling inside the ring, after bouncing off of walls and through chairs, it would be Ricky Knight Jr. who would hit the tombstone pile driver on Jody Fleisch for the win. The youngster going over the veteran in this match. What a match, fantastic. Not seen either of these two live. I've heard a lot of Ricky Knight Jr. and I've obviously seen Jody Fleisch when he was much younger on the Wrestling Channel. But both guys absolutely tore it down. Brilliant match, and it was only bested by a match that came later on in the night. This would have got my match of the night moniker if it wasn't for that match, which we will talk about later on. But your winner again in this match is Ricky Knight Jr., or RKJ for short, and he would win and beat Jody Fleisch. #pin for the win. And your second match of the evening would feature Lucas Steele, who we saw earlier on in the day at No Generation Wrestling, and he was going to go against Calum. This pretty much was a squash match. It was steel bomb, pin, win. Your winner is Lucas Steele. Not much to say about this match. Lucas Steele dominant, basically, and hashtag pin for the win. Lucas Steele wins for the second time on the 16th of March 2019 in two different shows, two different brands. So again, very impressive. Like I say, it reminds me of a young Davey Boy Smith, if Davey Boy Smith was heel. So yeah, Lucas Steele wins. The next match would feature our first of the Japanese contingent here in Wrestlegate Pro. It would be Ben K of Red versus Niwa, who I got the feeling was a sort of Native American sort of wrestler like Tatanka, but obviously a little bit more trained than Tatanka. Tatanka was like chop. But Niwa was fantastic, and so was Ben K as well. The lesser of the two evils of Red, who I will go through that later on. But yeah, very impressive, both these guys. Not seen either of them. We'll follow them now on social media for the near future and see what life brings for them, because I'm really interested in their careers now. And that's the power of having these kind of things where you can see wrestlers from other countries, because I'm now hooked on Wrestlegate and following these wrestlers and seeing where they go. But your winner would be Niwa, and he would hit a backbreaker powerbomb for the win. Hashtag pin for the win, and your winner is Niwa. Incidentally, the matches and the show would be available on Pivot Share, which I believe is a streaming service. I believe you pay for it and you watch the show. That is how they stream things. The DVD is also now available to purchase of the show as well, which is great. So get over onto Facebook and social media. Check us out, obviously, at Cheap Shot Entertainment, and check out Wrestlegate Pro and get your copy of the DVD for the show Enter the Dragons from the 16th of March 2019. You may see us in the front row. So we'll go straight on to the next match, which would be a fatal four-way elimination match between four of the top ladies in Wrestlegate Pro. It is Sadie Gibbs, very much a sort of glamazon character, a Beth Phoenix sort of character. Shax, Gazelle Shaw, and Jamie Hayter. So the rules of the match: if you're pinned or submitted, then you leave the match, and the last woman standing would be the winner. It would be Shax who would come out on top, eliminating Sadie Gibbs first with a backstabber from the middle rope. In the corner, it would be Jamie Hayter who would get eliminated next by Gazelle Shaw with the top rope Spanish fly. Fantastic move, absolutely beautifully executed from the top rope by Sadie Gibbs to eliminate Jamie Hayter. And Shax would then eliminate Gazelle Shaw with an impact DDT. Hashtag pin for the win. Your winner in this match is Shax. Fantastic match. The ladies put it all on the line in this match, and lots of high flying, lots of hard hitting moves. And each of the ladies went against each of the other ladies, which was nice. It was a nice sort of collective of women's wrestling in this match, which was fantastic. Great match, and yeah, well done to all the ladies in this match. But your winner is Shax, one of my personal favourites, I've got to admit. I've seen Shax a couple of times. Definitely on the top of the pile when it comes to cheap shot entertainment and my personal favourites in the independent wrestling scene that I've seen so far. Her and Jade would come up very level at this point, but yeah, love Shax. A lot of great stuff in the ring, has a great character, and yeah, so yeah, I'm happy that she won, but I'm also happy that I got to see a few wrestlers that I've never seen before as well, in Gazelle Shaw, Sadie Gibbs and Jamie Hayter. But your winner in this match is Shax. The next match, the last match, the main event of the first half of the show, would feature Shawn Custom, and he would go against Ita, the other half of the tag team known as Red, the better of the two evils, or the more evil of the two evils. Here in this match, it would be Ita that would win, so Red a one-on-one in Wrestlegate Pro in this show, but it would be via dirty means. Ben K would help Ita quite a bit. They battled outside the ring, they threw each other into chairs, but Ita would capitalise on the distraction that his partner would provide by distracting the referee with a low blow and a super kick to the side of Shawn Custom's face. Hashtag pin for the win in this match, and Ita would get the victory via pinfall over Shawn Custom. Again, very impressed with both of these guys. Going forward, again, I will keep an eye on what both of these guys do in the wrestling scene. But yeah, very much happy that I'm being introduced to new wrestlers and new performers and new shows, which is always fantastic. It's what we set up for this channel to do. But yeah, well done to Ita coming over here, having a match and winning. So your winner again is Ita with a super kick to the side of the face on Shawn Custom. But Shawn Custom gave a good account of himself in this match. Heard about Shawn Custom, not seen him before, very impressed with what he could do as well. So looking forward to seeing him in future shows as well. And yeah, we're going to go onto the second half where we'd see a few more wrestlers who we had seen before, and plenty more that we hadn't seen in Hope Wrestling or House of Pain Wrestling or Aspire Wrestling or any of the others that we go to on a regular basis. So join us for the second half. So the first match of the second half would feature Terry Izzet. Love Terry Izzet. I think he's got a great character. Seen him in Hope Future, Hope Wrestling and all that kind of stuff. And he's going against the veteran known as Robbie Sharp, Mighty Ducky, as he would say. It would be Rob Sharp that would go over in this match. Incidentally, Robbie Sharp was supposed to be going against Adam Maxted in this show, but of course Adam Maxted picked up an injury, which we were told about at the beginning of it was down to him to find a replacement, the general manager. Terry Izzet stepped up, and so be it. But he would come up short in this match with Robbie Sharp, who would hit the tombstone pile driver on Terry Izzet for the win. Hashtag pin for the win. I was torn completely in this match because I like both of these guys. Robbie Sharp, one of the first wrestlers that I ever saw back in 2016 when I started watching Hope Wrestling. I think it was 2016, could have been 2017. No, I think it was pretty much, I think it was 2016 because we didn't get the season ticket until last year. Yeah, so Robbie Sharp will pick up the victory. Hashtag pin for the win. Your winner, Robbie Sharp. And the next match had an interesting stipulation. It would be Lucha Rules. We had to look up what Lucha Rules meant. Basically, it is a normal tag match, but if your partner rolls out of the ring and touches the floor, then you as the tag team partner can get in and become a legal participant in the match. Made it very interesting, made it flow much better actually. A lot of really good, really interesting action going off in this match as well. So you had Mills and Mayhew versus Addicted to Adrenaline, and these guys just beat the toffee out of each other, beat them from pillar to post. Lots of double teaming, lots of high flying, very impressive. Definitely got one of the highest pops and loudest pops of the night for some of the spots that they did. Really felt sorry for the young lions who took the brunt of most of those high flying moves, especially to the outside of the ring. You could see they were in quite a bit of pain as they hit the floor, having caught a full-grown human body. But it would be Mills and Mayhew who would pick up the victory over Addicted to Adrenaline in the end after a good sort of 15-minute match via a suplex flip kick to the head. So it was like a suplex, flipped him over, kicked him in the head. Hashtag pin for the win. Your winners are Mills and Mayhew. But the match was not finished quite as soon as the bell would sound, because we then got a video from Nathan Cruz saying that he was impressed with these two teams, and as such he was going to give them a little present. Enter Lucas Steele, who would take out all four of these guys after a very grueling match. After beating the toffee out of each other, they got the toffee beaten out of them by Lucas Steele as well. Great match, sad ending, but great match indeed. So well done to Addicted to Adrenaline and Mills and Mayhew for putting on a fantastic match. Your winners are Mills and Mayhew. Your next match would feature someone who we know quite well from Hope Wrestling, Chris Ridgway, someone who is well travelled and well thought of on the British independent wrestling circuit, and he would go against another of the Japanese contingent in Konosuke Takeshita. And wow, these two guys absolutely left it all in the ring, and it would be this match that would win over the tag team match that we just talked about and the first match of the night as the match of the night for Cheap Shot Entertainment. And most of the crowd, because as we walked in we got the little streamers, very traditional in Japan to throw streamers into the ring. You throw them in when you think that the wrestler deserves to have the streamers thrown into the ring. Everyone threw the streamers into the ring for this match. When the match had finished, standing ovation, streamers flying everywhere, and Konosuke really appreciated. You could see that it meant loads to him to put that kind of match on for us as the fans and entertainers with what he loves doing. But the match was absolutely phenomenal from both of these guys. We had false finishes, we had battling outside the ring, we had chairs, we had walls, we had barricades involved, and it was just phenomenal. And if there was any match that would get me to go back and watch another Wrestlegate Pro show, it was this one. I am very much impressed with Chris Ridgway and of course Konosuke Takeshita, and it would be Takeshita who would win this match on the sleeper hold hit by Chris Ridgway, very reminiscent of WrestleMania 8 when Roddy Piper had the sleeper hold on Bret Hart. Chris Ridgway couldn't kick out. There wasn't any kind of sort of finisher. There was hit to get the hashtag pin for the win, but the finishers from both guys were hit during the match and both kicked out. So what else could you do besides rolling through? Both guys were absolutely spent, but what a match. Like I say, streamers flying everywhere, really appreciated by who would be very knowledgeable on the use of the streamers as well, which was fantastic. So match of the night, very, very close second was the first match, and then the tag team match that we've just seen, the Lucha Rules tag team match. But yeah, there was no bad matches. I would just put this one on a plateau of its own, including beating the main event, which we're going to go through next. But your winner is Konosuke Takeshita, and he would win via the roll-through pin, hashtag pin for the win over Chris Ridgway. And your next match is the main event featuring Robbie X, again masked Robbie X, second match of the night, and he would go against Ilya Dragunov. I'm not quite sure how to say that properly. Comments down below, let me know if I said that right, which I probably didn't. But it would be Ilya Dragunov versus Robbie X. Of course, Dragunov, most people who I talked to, we saw Jordan Lee there as Real, as well as Will Cruz. I was chatting to them, and basically they came to see Dragunov, and that is why he is in the main event. He's a Russian wrestler, he has crazy contact lenses, and yeah, he was really impressive. Also, I think he's recently been signed by NXT UK. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments section down below. But it would be Robbie X that came out on top in this main event match after hitting the springboard RKO. Springboard RKO, and Robbie X would pick up the win. Another great match. Again, really difficult to follow the last match. I think everyone was spent, including the crowd, after the last match, the penultimate match of the night. But it wasn't a bad match. It was a great match. And even I really missed the finish. I would have thought it would be the springboard RKO, which Robbie X is quite well known for. Could be wrong, but it would be Robbie X who would get the win over Dragunov in this match. But yeah, once again, great match to finish the night. Really difficult to follow Takeshita and Chris Ridgway, but yeah, we got to see quite a lot of what Dragunov could offer NXT UK and offer the UK independent scene. The Russian Dragon, who would come up short in this match against Robbie X. But yeah, great show overall, and great finish from these two guys, who most people, like I say, most people who I spoke to came to see these two put everything in the ring. So once again, your winner in the main event for Wrestlegate Pro is Robbie X. And so that is everything that happened at Wrestlegate Pro on the 16th of March 2019. It happened at Rushcliffe Arena, and it was an evening show, very much more adult than the New Generation Wrestling show, but we saw both shows on one day, which was fantastic. And yeah, really, really, really good show, this one, and it certainly would get me to go and see Wrestlegate Pro again. So if we've inspired you to go and see independent wrestling, to support your local independent wrestling company, then fantastic. Leave us a comment down below. This is what we set Cheap Shot Entertainment up for. independent wrestling shows. In the meantime, you can hit a jumping RKO on that subscribe button and a steel bomb on that notification bell to know when we upload new content to the channel. If you've enjoyed the video, please drop us a like and subscribe. Like I've said, hit us up on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. You can send us messages there as well, we will pick them up. And whenever we're at a show, if you see us, you know, come and say hello to us. If you like the channel, if you like the content, we're getting around a bit more. So, like I say, we'll be at Future 18 next Sunday after spending the weekend in London, and the following week we'll be at Southside Wrestling as well. We're also looking at going to Sacrifice Pro. We're going to Preston City Wrestling and possibly Frightmare or Fightmare in Norwich in June. So yeah, lots of stuff to go out and lots of videos to produce. So like again, really appreciate you supporting us. So that's it. I've been your host Luke. You've been the Cheap Shot Nation, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.